not the same. Her curvature is different on this one. It's different than my usual sewing needle, but I should at least be able to grab the thread. Should be able to get it back through. So I've come through the top. I'm about one hole away from where I want to come back through.
So you're going to maybe an eighth of an inch between
It's a hole. It's just a hole. I go by.
Oh, it's a hole. One.
Yeah, one
every
hole.
other hole.
Yeah. You just want to make sure that the stitch on the surface is small. The stitch on the surface is now at the edge. Okay, I should have brought my needle. Okay, I'm struggling, but you guys can see that I'm getting it done, okay? Can you guys, do you understand what I'm doing? I'm coming from the top surface. I'm about one hole, a hole and a half away from where the thread is coming out. I'm going through the top. I'm going into the bottom. I'm coming up right next to where that thread is, okay? Because that makes your stitch on the surface, makes it tiny. I'm hopefully coming right back out again. I'm turning this only because I'm not having success sliding it through. I've gotten 2 stitches in already. I'm coming in again, about 1.5 holes away. I'm going through all 3 layers to the bottom, right back where my stitch is, coming back out again. Hopefully. There we go. And after a while, especially when you've got your good needle and you're getting used to it, it can go pretty doggone fast. This is not one of the slower processes, except as you're learning it. Can someone hand me a pair of scissors? From anywhere. It doesn't matter whether they're mine or anybody else's, just a pair of scissors. Okay, I'm going to cut to the chase because we don't have all day for me to sit here and tie it all the way up to the top. I'm going to come up to the point. Okay, it's stitched now at the bottom, but you do the same thing all the way up to the point. Now, as I was talking to you about the point, I'm going to jump right to there. This is the same thing for stitching fronts. It's the same process.
Imagine that beard as turned upside down as a front row. It's exactly the same
process. Okay, so now in order to show you right at the point, I've moved my pin out of the finished point, but you would leave yours in until you get there. Okay, you see what I'm saying? I found a smaller pin. I can put a smaller head. I'll just use it right there. So I'm jumping. So let's say it's already stitched all the way up to here. Obviously, I wouldn't have that big of a bump to deal with right now because it would be stitched down, but I'm going to start again, and in order to do that, hopefully your thread won't break. Often it does. You have to put another double knot to start it again. So now, because I'm showing you this as a secondary step, I'm going to double knot again, too close to where I would not really want one, because they can show up. On stage, it's less likely, but anything that you're going to photograph. Okay. One of the things that I always do, because it's just me, I always have to trim that little return piece off. Again, I'm not doing anything different, except there's not as much net there. You see what I'm saying? I have a very small bend over. I don't want to try to force it to close up. So I'm coming just from the top, underneath, and I just want to lay it down. I just want to lay it down on itself. I don't want it to pucker. I don't want it to be under a lot of tension. So I could do that right now. See what I'm doing? I could do that, and it would start closing it up. It's not what you want. You want to start just laying it in on itself.
Still doing every 1.5 holes.
I'm a little closer at this point, Rydell, because I just need to get it to lay in on itself. 1.5 is fine.